The very first civilization that migrants come to when they walk through the Darien Gap is this village behind me of Bajo Chiquito. And it's about 400 Indians who live here. They have no running water or electricity. But today they're receiving 800 to 1,000 migrants every day coming through the jungle into their village. And it's turned the village into an open pit sewer.
The migrants come from all over the world, and the majority right now are from Haiti. They've heard that pregnant women and families with children get preferential treatment when they get to the U.S., so record numbers of children are being forced to make the deadly 6-day walk through the jungle. Many, like these Haitian kids, arrive in Panama without their parents, leaving the government to determine what to do with them.
¿Cuántos años tienes tú? 6. Tú tienes 6 años. ¿Y ella?
Lucila Velasquez is the wife of the mayor. She says the children suffer the most.
La cantidad de 5,000 habitantes aquí. En los niños que ya que vienen 8 o 10 días en ese camino de la selva del Darién, pasando hambre, se mojan con la lluvia, por cuestión de la naturaleza, obvio que no podemos detenernos, ¿no? Y lamentablemente hay pérdida de vida de niños atravesando ese territorio de la selva.
So we've been here about an hour, and this place is an absolute madhouse now, like nothing we've ever seen here before. They're coming nonstop out of the jungle, always in very bad shape, and they're trying to get them out of here as soon as they can. So they put them on boats and send them downriver to the camp down there, which is also full. The ones who were in the camp the last time I was here have already gone to the United States and are part of the record numbers that they're seeing at the U.S. southern border right now. And so judging by what I see behind me, those numbers are going to explode because there is a large glut of migrants that are making their way north, much larger than there was a couple months ago.
Despite an August agreement between Panama and Colombia to limit the daily number of migrants entering Panama to 600, the vast jungle makes enforcing that agreement almost impossible. Reports from the Colombian side of the gap estimate more than 20,000 Haitians waiting to start their journey. About the only delay is the capacity of the smugglers who help them across, and that capacity grows daily.
And that means that things will likely get worse in Panama, and whatever happens in Panama will soon translate to bigger problems at the U.S. southern border. Gordon and Terry?
Well, Chuck, these migrants are coming out of the Darien Gap into Panama injured, sick. Is Panama able to do anything to help them, or are they just migrants continuing to go north from there?
Well, Panama is a very small country, and they're doing everything they can to try to help save the lives of these migrants because dozens are dying in the jungle. Probably about 1 out of every 10 people who goes into that jungle doesn't come out alive. Those that do come out alive often need medical care, and of course they're hungry, they need food, and Panama is spending something like $6 million a month just trying to keep these people alive long enough to get them to Costa Rica.
Chuck, you see the 2 children that you mentioned in that story, but there were many more in the background. What's happening to the children who arrive in Panama without their parents?
Right. Many of these kids are so young that they can't even tell you what country they came from or what their language is or what their names are. And so Panama has a big problem because they don't have the infrastructure to deal with orphans at this scale. And they're trying to figure out where these kids are coming from and trying to find family members and just doing the best they can. But they really need help. And one of the things that the United States could do would be to assist Panama in dealing with these things, and that would probably slow the flow of people coming through.
Well, besides Panama, there are a lot of countries between Panama and the U.S. along this route. So what are they doing to manage the crisis when the migrants make it to their borders?
Well, obviously, none of these countries want hundreds of thousands of extracontinentals staying in their countries, even though these are safe countries where they could work and get jobs. but they are continuing north for the economic benefits in the United States, and the countries along the way are essentially assisting them. When they get to Costa Rica, they get put on buses and taken to Nicaragua. When they get to Nicaragua, they get put on buses and taken north to Honduras, and so on and so forth, all the way up to the United States. Under the Trump administration, they did some things that actually slowed that flow to a trickle. But under the Biden administration, the gates are wide open, and the numbers of people coming are getting larger every day.
All right. Well, Chuck, thanks for the insight. Thanks for joining us. And let me just tag that. This is all because of the Biden administration. They've announced that we're reversing the Trump administration's immigration bans, the Trump administration's border wall. Well, that message has gotten through to the migrant community. That's why we're seeing this surge. These are staggering numbers. If the current rate continues, we're going to have well over 2 million illegal migrants in just 1 year. Our social services can't absorb that level. Something has to be done, and I wish the administration would wake up and say, it's time to stop playing politics with this. We have to secure our own border. Well, you can always get the latest news and more by downloading the CBN News app. Do it today. Hello, I'm Gordon Robertson. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more encouraging videos like this one. Welcome to the 700 Club Interactive family, and God bless you.